The situation surrounding Angie Stone's passing is starting to raise more questions than answers, and some people are starting to suspect that there may be more to the story than we were initially told. Jaguar Wright, who is known for exposing the darker side of the entertainment industry, was the first to suggest that Angie's death might not have been a simple accident. She hinted that Angie could have been targeted because of her bold stance against powerful figures in Hollywood. And now, it seems like there might be some truth to those claims as the situation becomes more suspicious. Tyler Perry, during Angie's funeral, reportedly made a strong statement calling out those who might have wronged her. This only added fuel to the fire, with some wondering if there's more going on than what we've been led to believe. There's even growing speculation about the driver of the truck that hit Angie, with some suggesting that they might not be as innocent as originally thought. As we dig deeper, the situation starts to look more and more troubling. On March 1, 2025, the world lost Angie Stone in a tragic car accident at the age of 63. She was traveling with her band in a Sprinter van near Montgomery, Alabama, when the vehicle overturned and a semi-truck collided with them. Out of the 9 people involved, Angie was the only one who lost her life, which immediately raised questions. Was this just a tragic accident, or was something more at play? Fans are suspicious, especially because Angie had been very vocal about the struggles she was facing with the music industry just before her death. She had recently discovered that she was being robbed of royalties and was preparing to take legal action against her label, UMG, for the unpaid earnings. Angie had reached her breaking point after feeling overlooked and underpaid for years. She had even written about it, stating that her publishing had been stolen, and she knew exactly who was responsible. She promised to expose the truth and seek justice, which left many wondering if her death was connected to her plans to fight back. The fact that Angie was so determined to reveal what had been going on behind the scenes has led some to wonder if her passing could have been linked to those who stood to lose from her taking legal action. Sadly, the music industry has a long history of silencing artists who challenge the system, and Angie's outspoken nature makes her death seem more than just a coincidence. The crash itself is suspicious as well. How did it happen that only Angie lost her life in such a horrific accident? While no one is wishing harm on anyone else involved, the oddity of the situation is hard to ignore. Some have even speculated that Angie may have already been gone before the accident took place, further adding to the mystery. According to Jaguar Wright, this wasn't an accident, and there's a lot more to the story than we've been told. As more details emerge, it's clear that Angie's passing has left many unanswered questions and has raised concerns about whether there's a much deeper story behind her tragic death.
What do they want?
What do you mean? They want their payment. They want their pound of flesh. They want you to keep feeding the system. Doesn't matter how hard she worked for it. That's not her money. That's their money. That's what they do. They've been robbing me for years.
Yep.
They stole more money from me than they stole from Angie. I can't stop thinking about Nick Carter. And Aaron Carter. I can't stop thinking. Brother in the Illuminati, brother not in the Illuminati. Brother in the Illuminati commits all kinds of heinous crimes against women, and he's okay, but his brother's gone. And all he wanted was his money so he could push on. Like, how many of these things have to happen in front of the public? Of course they're going to attack, I'll be sure. Of course they're going to attack me. Of course they're going to attack anybody who's interested in the truth. Of course they're going to come at us really hard for their first 72 hours and make sure we stop posting, or at least get us flagged from being able to go live so nobody thinks about the details of the fact that we just watched Angie Stone get moved around in real time on her son's.
At Angie Stone's funeral a few days ago, Tyler Perry passionately spoke out against the industry, condemning how they mistreated Angie during her life. He also seemed to confirm that Angie was right about being owed money and how she had been taken advantage of financially.
Forgive me because I'm angry at the way she was treated. I did not know all the things that she was going through. Recently, I found out because I'm not on Instagram. I'm not being hooked and manipulated by an algorithm telling me what to think and how to feel. So I don't see everything. But to think that this woman was in the business for all of these years, and there's a difference between performing because you want to and performing because you have to. All of those years, all of those songs, all of that money that was owed to her, where is it? It's wrong. It is wrong. And I'm tired of seeing us struggle and go through things and work hard and not reap the benefits of what we were supposed to reap. But you got to be careful when you start mistreating people, especially children of God, because the Bible says, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. And I'm going to tell you something. This woman was a prophet. She prophesied and preached her own eulogy. What am I talking about? In her song, No More Rain in This Cloud, she says, my sunshine has come. And I'm all cried out. There's no more rain in this cloud. And many of you may not know this, but I'm a pilot. And when you are a pilot, the first thing you study is the weather. And I learned about clouds. And what a cloud is particles, air and particles. And when the rain gets in that cloud and the particles gets too heavy, it becomes to rain. It drops to the ground. It falls. It is just like our souls. We hold so much in. We hold so much pain. We hold so much that it has to come out of our eyes as tears. But the beauty of what she was talking about is when a cloud has no more tears, it dissipates. It's gone. But if you listen to that song again, there's a part that I want you to really, really listen to. She said, what goes around comes around.
It's truly heartbreaking to think that someone like Angie Stone, who dedicated so many years to the industry and helped uplift other artists, could be treated this way. However, rumors are circulating that the truck involved in the accident may not have been just a random incident. Allegedly, the driver has vanished, and some believe that there's more to the story. According to an anonymous whistleblower who reached out to Tough News TV, the driver has not been heard from since the incident. The whistleblower claimed that the truck driver was reportedly too shaken up to return to work and had turned in his rig. He allegedly told his employer that he couldn't adjust in time to avoid the crash. However, the whistleblower raises doubts, suggesting that something about the story doesn't add up, especially since the driver had a history of drinking and may have been involved in something much more serious. Some fans speculate that the driver may have been paid off to disappear, especially given the claims that Angie had been preparing to expose the industry's wrongdoings. Jagar Wright, who has been outspoken about the industry's dark side, previously suggested that Angie's death wasn't an accident, and this theory has only fueled more speculation. Conspiracy theories are running wild, with some believing that Angie was targeted due to her outspoken nature and the fact that she was going after her royalties. Some fans have pointed out that Angie's last message to the world seemed to hint at the possibility of foul play if something happened to her. Theories about a direct hit and the truck being involved in a setup have gained traction, especially as questions about the details of the accident continue to swirl. With connections to high-profile figures in the music industry, including the mysterious deaths of artists like Natalie Cole and Whitney Houston, some fans see a pattern that suggests Angie's tragic passing may not have been a simple accident. While there's a lot of speculation and unanswered questions, the debate continues on whether Angie's death was part of a larger conspiracy or if people are reading too much into the situation. What do you think? Do you believe Angie's death was truly an accident, or is there something more going on here? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.